Welcome to Best There Is podcast. We are here with Declan to my right and the left. Ryan is not here today. Adam is filling in for him. I think I'm going to call him though, because I was talking to him about a couple things, and he's like, "I got opinions on that," and I'll probably bring opinions on something else. It's some other movie or something. Why don't
you talk about it next week then?
No, because we're talking about it now.
We'll do a little switcheroo.
Do you really want to hold him up to the fucking mic and have him talk like that?
I just have a question.
Go ahead, caller.
Text him. Fuck.
I was sick. We missed a week. It sucks, but we still have like a video from 2 weeks prior and then the other week. But you know what I watched a lot of? Crystal put on Wizards of Waverly Place. That still fucking hits, dude. Selena Gomez.
Even though she was underage at that point.
It's hard to look at it because back then she looked like a little girl.
She still kind of does.
She has kind of a baby face, but she's getting more of a womanly body right now.
Because she's gaining weight?
Yeah.
That's fine with me. I have no...
She's got that cooking show that I found her most of track. She's had it for 3 seasons already.
Rachel Ray now?
Oh no, I hate Rachel Ray.
Why do you hate Rachel Ray?
She just annoys me. I used to watch her when I was young.
You have to have a reason somebody annoys you.
No, people could just annoy you.
No,
like right now, you're annoying me.
I feel like that's judgmental.
I'm not annoying you to the point where you're shutting me out of your life, like you're shutting Rachel Ray out of your life.
Can I get the take glasses so I can have a take on it? It's like a whole new world. You turn into a totally different dude. Mm-hmm. I watched a documentary.
Did you?
On gorillas when I was 6.
Okay. And
what people don't understand is all these gorillas were fucking everything they wanted to fuck. Okay. These females didn't know any better.
Okay.
He literally went on a whole rant about that, about how he watched a documentary when he was 6, and right then everybody's like, that's where we stop listening. But anyways, no, Selena Gomez is
let's objectify women in a different way. A much healthier way.
There's people that have timing that are really good at things, and that show, a kid show, whatever, her timing is so fucking good in that show, it's ridiculous. But now if you watch her, she's in that Murders in the Building. It's her, Steve Martin, and Martin Short. It's such a good fucking show. I recommend.
What's it on?
What streaming services?
I want to say it's Hulu, but also
cable package.
I think it's TBS too, but I don't know. But it's so fucking good.
TBS for kids.
Was that a good joke?
I think so.
You had a laugh and go. And that's PBS, wasn't it? PBS for kids?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Your joke didn't even work.
Public broadcasting system brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you.
Yeah, because we pay that.
Also on
and what is it? The Robert.
We're just gonna talk about Selena Gomez's career.
Brought to you by the Robert Madabi Center.
Do you know what I saw a funny ass video?
What?
These dogs were attacking each other.
That's so funny.
And the dog, it made me think of Ryan's dog, because when my dog got a hold of his neck, he got all fur, but he locked onto him, and we didn't know what to do. And this is when I think I've talked about this before, because we talk about always fighting animals, and this is we always talk about what animals we could take and shit like that. Declan's Mr. Animal guy. I don't know what shit keeps popping over here, or it's my fucking temple gonna blow up. Declan always brings up animals and shit. He's kind of our Steve Irwin here.
Nice.
Right. Nice.
I feel like we don't give ourselves enough credit. We could probably kill most animals with our bare hands.
No, because
you think if you get a hand on an eagle, you can kill it.
I think
if you're in a room with it, it keeps coming at you. Eventually, you're going to be able to grab a hold of it.
I think you'd fight too much and get away.
In a room like this room right here,
Yes.
I think after you get probably...
It's a bird, dude. Its bones are hollow. You snap it in half.
Then we're having KFC.
What kind of eagle
could you find a goose?
A goose? Hell yeah.
A goose is probably more dangerous than an eagle is. Because a goose weighs way more than an eagle does.
I want to watch that movie Beast. You seen trailers for that? Idris Elba's fighting a lion.
He's not really fighting a lion.
There's parts where it's like diving at him, and I'm guessing they're going to fight.
It's based on a true story or something?
Like, you think you could take on a megalodon?
I told you there is Ghost in the Darkness that's based on
land, yes.
Like Jason Statham.
What?
He didn't really fight the
megalodon.
megalodon. It's not like he got in the water and punched in.
Did he punch it?
No.
I think he stabbed it in the eye.
Also, there were 2 of them. That's the spoiler.
What a twist.
What they tweezed.
But yeah, so this is when I realized that there's no way I could fight animals because Dante was so locked on him. I was pulling his mouth, and I felt my muscles hurting how hard I was pulling.
Do you know how to get the dog to let go?
So I
kill the dog.
Oh, I thought we were gonna have to do the butthole thing that I've heard about and stuff, and that's like for anyone that locks their jaw. Because Dante, we did a thing. He's part pit bull or whatever. So I think that's where some of that came in. And I know you could put a finger up there or something up there, their butthole, and it makes them unlock.
I'd be surprised if somebody stuck something up your butthole.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that probably make me go, what the hell?
So in this video, the dogs are fighting against a pit bull, and this guy, he like foreplays it real quick. It's so fast. He rubs his thumb on it, I think, just to get it to like open kind of, and he goes, bam. Then he takes off and runs. It's a huge group. It's a huge group of like 20 people, but he sits there, rubs it with his thumb, and then hits it, and the dog lets go and stuff. And everyone was like on the comments like, damn, that fool did not want anyone to know. And people were like, this must not have been his first time, because he knew how to tease it and how to like plug it up.
You're watching some weird shit.
It was just on TikTok.
How close was the shot at?
Huh?
Is it like a somebody's like backyard cam or something?
No, it was in public.
Somebody was recording it.
Someone was recording standing from
was
the back.
Was it the butthole guy or a different guy? Somebody was like, "Oh, look at this dog fight." Then some guy was,
yes.
That's funny.
So someone was recording the fight.
Yeah, he did. He knew what he'd done. He's like, nobody's gonna let me live this down. I gone.
But he saved it. The dog unlocked it. But people were like, I'm pretty sure this would work on anything. Like anybody would be like, what was that?
I always heard about hitting on its nose. I don't know.
That's a T-Rex.
If you can hit you can pretty much hit anything on its nose. There's the general vital spots on all animals. So like your eyes, your nose.
Isn't that a shark too?
That's yes. But sharks have like way more sensory organs up there, so it's not just their nose. It's like a whole like they can sense.
It's like their penis.
Well, they can like sense electromagnetic waves in the water and stuff.
Fucking superheroes,
dude. Sharks.
They really
crazy.
can.
They have a sixth sense. It's crazy.
Animals, they see ghosts.
No, they sense electromagnetic waves.
It's like a spidey sense.
Except for like for
Peter
miles.
Tingle.
Mm-hmm.
For like miles.
Like a radar, kind of.
No, because that's echolocation. That's a different sort of sense. That's more of a communication thing. That's when you're sending out signals and it's bouncing off other things, and it'll give you like a mental your brain hears that, processes it, whatever that echolocation is.
Like how a bat does.
Yeah, it builds a mental image of what you're looking at. Dolphins use it. So the clicking they do. Sharks don't do that. Sharks don't make fucking noise. They just. I don't even know if fish can make noise. I wonder if it's
whales do, where whales.
But
not
whales
categories.
breathe air.
Oh.
Also, whales used to way back in the day.
The more you know.
Whales are crazy. Back in the day, they were basically like wolves. They lived like this very similar lives to crocodiles. Like they had arms and legs. And eventually, they said, "Fuck it, we're gonna move out into the water." Cetaceans are crazy, bro. Cetaceans are sick.
Joe Coy was talking about his son was all hell into fish, so he took him to Waterworld.
Sir, those are fish. I'm talking about mammals.
He was like trying to press his kid. He's like, "Yeah, let's get the VIP package." And like
go to
$19, and he's like, "Okay, $19." And he goes there. There's fucking no one there. Yeah. And he said he talked to some dude that worked there. He's like, "Dude, like, what is it called?
Blackfish.
Blackfish. He's like, blackfish. He's like, what? That's what happened, man. He's like, you know what? Killer whales are fucked up, man.
No, they're not. Killer whales are awesome.
Because they're the assholes of the sea, they say.
No, they have never killed a person in the wild. The only times orcas have ever killed people is in captivity. There's never been a confirmed case of an orca attack in the wild. Orcas speak with their own languages. There's 2 different types of hunting orcas. Orcas are probably like one of the smartest animals on Earth. They have the largest.
Didn't teach.
They have the largest frontal lobe of any animal, which means that they feel more pain and more emotion and more empathy than almost any other animal. Orcas will grieve over each other. Orcas are
a lot of animals.
Dolphins are assholes. Dolphins will rape each other, and that's fucked up.
That's a huge thing too.
Dolphins will gang rape each other, which is 2 male dolphins take a female dolphin to an underwater cave with his oxygen and rape her.
That's so fucking inappropriate that I laughed. But
I
just had this like
dolphins have tried to those like dolphin assisted births.
Yeah.
there have been male dolphins that have come and tried to rape
I just think of like
human women.
like the John Tron, couple of guys, just like this really dirty dolphin assholes, just like
Got to comb over.
yeah, they're just like we're gonna get her, and it's just fucking gross.
I
That's
don't know
all.
why I thought of the other guys
Dude,
in the red
otters-
Prius.
Otters rape dead seals.
Otters do.
They'll rape
See, Declan knows shit. That he
penguins.
shouldn't
Will, dude, this guy went into the Antarctic, and researched penguins. Like the first guy to sit there and research penguins, and he never released his full research reports because they were so horrifically detailed about what penguins do that he didn't
They're
want
so
anybody to
cute.
know. Penguins will rape dead bodies of each other. Male penguins have sex with other male penguins in like not consensual ways. Clearly, penguins will like just gross shit. They'll like eat shit.
Speaking-
They'll eat like dead ones. It's just fucked up shit.
Did you guys see that documentary that Disney covered up a long time ago? I think it's called The White Wilderness, where they're trying to make it look like these certain, I can't remember what the
The
animals
lemmings?
are. Yeah.
Where they pushed lemmings off the
Yeah,
cliffs?
that's so messed up. Then they try to make it like, oh, the lemmings just go and do this, but it's like it came out that they were just pushing them off. Yeah, they were pushing them off the cliff into the water.
They're coaxing them off.
Who was?
The camera men.
Did the lights just flicker?
No, you're having a seizure.
Is this phasmophobia?
Yeah.
Yes, the lights did flicker.
Speaking of water stuff, I can segue into Little Mermaid. Why are so many white men upset, Declan?
About everything? I don't know. I can't.
Dude, they're so mad she's black.
Everybody's mad about it.
Why? I don't really care.
I don't
but-
care anymore. I just don't.
But my thing is, okay, so
The problem is, people are pissed, and that's really dumb. But the reasons Disney do these kinds of things is also really dumb. So why can't people just stop being dumb?
I mean, I was looking at
It's
stuff
like
like
it's clearly Disney's not doing it because they actually support equality.
you think they like stirring it up to get attention?
No, one, that's a huge portion of it because they get people talking about it. People go hate watch it, right? Just they'll go buy tickets just to go see if it was bad, right? Also, it's like that's the market they're selling to. Is the market they're selling to wants that, but it's not in a genuine way. It's not like it's.
Well, people were comparing things like John Wayne played Genghis Khan and shit like that, but I feel like back then it was a little different because they didn't want to risk anything on other actors back
Yes,
then.
you cannot compare the past to now.
So I guess Marilyn Monroe is actually Mexican American. So I just read that somewhere. I can't remember.
I mean, the
I
curves make
don't
sense.
know that.
The curves make sense, yo. That's all I got to say.
But it's just really dumb.
Another thing,
I don't know why people get so mad about it.
there was
too.
a joke that was on, I think, Instagram. There's a guy making a joke about blackfish and whitefish, and he's like, you look at this blackfish, and it was like a bass, and then you look at this whitefish, and it was like a creepy, like, deep sea fish that just looked hella ugly. He's like, so why do you guys want a whitefish when the blackfish look better? And it was just, I don't know, it was funny.
I feel personally offended by that, in fact. So,
As a
as a white man, isn't it funny though? White men are sitting around on the internet all day being angry about princesses,
I think that's really
about
weird.
Disney princesses.
I think it's really weird.
I'm getting tired of the
These liberals and their woke media,
live adaptations of the old movies.
dude. That's just gonna happen.
Yeah, I get it. Make your money or whatever, but I'm just getting tired of it.
Inevitable. They're
Like-
not gonna stop though. That's the thing.
Well,
It's
there's
you
like-
may get tired, but
There's
it's not,
like
there's no relief
6 more
coming.
coming out. They showed at D23.
Why do we need a fucking move?
Like,
I don't care.
I never liked Pinocchio, the cartoon one. And
Pinocchio?
and then I don't know if you remember.
Strings to hold me down, make me.
I don't
I
know if
like
you remember.
Pinocchio, but then I
Make
don't
me
like Pinocchio.
When I was younger, I was so afraid
have
of that
strings, but-
marionette that Grandma Mary had in the room.
That was a freaky ass marionette.
So
I wasn't afraid
just
of it.
seeing,
but it's
no,
freaky.
I was
I know. I'm saying I wasn't afraid of it.
just seeing like Pinocchio.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Just seeing Pinocchio, it weirds me out.
Pinocchio?
Did you?
Pinocchio.
Did you? My ears are swaying.
Did
Did you watch the new one yet?
I watched bits and pieces of it, and like I said, I didn't like the original movie, so I really
So
can't.
there's a live action one that came out, right?
Disney Plus.
Just
came
they
out.
just released it on
with
Disney Plus.
Tom
Geppetto.
Hanks as
And there's the
Geppetto.
bad one with Pauly Shore, right?
What?
Whoa!
Is it that guy? Who's the guy from
The Weasel?
yeah,
In the army now?
is it no, the guy from
Monster
Goofy
Animal?
movie. The stoner.
That's
Yeah,
Pauly
that's it.
Shore?
yeah.
Yeah, he's
No.
he plays Pinocchio.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
The only other Pinocchio one I know is like from what?
There's like a horror one.
Oh, really?
I think.
Didn't they were trying to make a horror movie out of
Winnie
something
the
else
Pooh.
too?
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Me and Ernie did that idea first, okay? I just want everybody to know that me and Ernie were the ones who decided to turn kids things into a horror film with our Clifford the Big Red Dog movie. You don't remember that?
Well, a lot of
That was our idea, okay? Fuck all of you. And they're gonna do it one of these days.
We made a multiverse.
Yeah.
With Arthur and shit.
a lot of the nursery rhymes are
Well, like I
bad
told Crystal,
to begin with.
Little Mermaid, Snow White, all that. They're all
Who's gonna control
horror.
a big red dog from just picking up a person like a chew toy?
Not me.
It'd be like,
No money.
I'm gone.
God, man, I wish I had the money to make a trailer because it'd be T-Rex, like looking like couple of
Good
flanks.
boy. That clever girl.
Oh my God. Clifford. Did we just echo and shit?
Man,
writing
we play
Paul.
we play a version of the theme song
Just in piano.
and then very slow and
yeah.
like with a little bit of.
So is Clifford gonna be a dog that is playing, but since he's big, he just kills
You
you,
don't know
or
that.
is it?
No, we
No, I'm
eventually
trying
start realizing that it's just hunting for sport. It's not
Okay.
eating.
No, I was just
It's
trying to
not
figure out
eating
the
us.
plot.
It's hunting us for sport.
Yeah, I was watching Jurassic Park last night.
Did we ever record us talking about that? It's on a podcast, right?
I think it is.
We gotta find that podcast to listen to because there's
Yeah,
some
they're
other we
trademark
were talking about Arthur. Like I think he was coming to hunt it. It was like his job.
I don't know. We went way too deep, so may have not. You just might have been tripping on some acid, bro.
If I could create one movie, that would be
If I
that
could
would be the
turn
movie.
back
If
time.
you gave me a limited budget to make a movie, I would make that movie.
It's crazy that we actually got a Clifford movie out of like all these
That's
things.
what spawned us talking about it, is because they made a live action Clifford movie, and I was like, this dog that's not a good idea.
Well,
This is not a good
what's-
idea.
What's crazy?
Time to
back-
put him down. We got to euthanize him. It's just a tank.
and
He's
it's
rolling
a
in with an
fucking-
M1 Abrams. He
and it's a
ripped the top
fucking huge.
Here we
ass,
go again. We're talking about
Yeah.
it again.
You got to use a huge ass fucking like. It'd be the whole plot that we have to find something that could take him down.
It's Arthur at the end, and he's all
Dang.
cut up, and he's got a
'Cause
big
they- 'cause
50
they-
cal bear
'cause they'd be
rifle.
like-
He's like, "Goosh, goosh, come at me."
It'd be like Nick Fury, where they're like, "We're just gonna nuke Manhattan." We're like, "We can't nuke."
Remember, it's on that island.
Then you
Cli-
consult Bruce
Clifford
Banner
will get
for,
rid of the whole.
Remember,
island.
Clifford's on an island.
We need to figure out a way, and that'd be the whole thing is figuring out how to take him
Yeah,
out.
he's also like Godzilla too.
Then
That was
Godzilla,
the
King
other
Kong would come part of it.
Well, that was like the idea too, is that he's on an island all alone, terrorizing.
We're hoping our agents keep all this trademark so that no one takes it.
Mm-hmm.
But
That is a crazy plot line. It might work though.
so crazy, it just
We call
might
it Big
work.
Red.
Can't call it Red anymore because that other movie,
We should call it Dog.
Big Red.
No, it's like when they simplify the movies, right?
Yeah.
They're like,
Big red one.
it's like Wonka.
I don't know what else you can name it.
Did we talk about the Timothy Chalamet movie? This is
Which-
Timothy Chalamet Origins Joker style Wonka movie.
No,
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys see somebody made Chris Farley as the Joker?
I saw those pictures. That's really weird. It looked cool.
Why can't you just let him be dead, guys? Come on.
Oh yeah, so Pauly Shore was Pinocchio.
Yeah, he's Pinocchio.
I really gotta listen to this because you can be like, "Hey, it's
It's
me."
like you gotta, yeah,
It's me, Pinocchio.
it's that bad.
Is it?
It's like that bad. It's
Oh,
your impression of it bad. It's not even like good. Watch the trailer right now.
I'm
That's
trying to get here.
You can even play the trailer alongside.
real boy.
It's basically that bad. Yeah.
I'm gonna get there. I can't do.
He
the
wants to be an
music.
acrobat. He's got like a horse, a talking horse.
What does he do in the army now?
In the army now
'cause
is
we're
great.
crazy boys.
Crazy boys.
We're
In the army
That's
now.
a
is
Disney
great.
movie.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
he talks about that.
I
He had the deal of Encino Man, Son-in-Law, and in the army now.
I
where
didn't-
the
I didn't know
Goofy
those were
movies
Disney
is Disney movie.
No, but he had like a deal with them. He signed that he
A
had to
deal
do
with Disney?
three movies. He had to do, and those are all good movies.
A deal with the devil.
Encino
In the
Man.
Army Now is probably one of my favorite movies. Like I seen that a long time ago when I was a kid.
Dude, I put it on like I was watching Son-in-Law the other day.
That was a good movie too. I don't remember it all the way through though.
It's so
Watch that fucking trailer.
Cause I'm a crazy boy.
Because we're crazy boys. When he's talking about selling stereos and
Watch the
shit.
fucking trailer.
I'm trying to get to the trailer. Dude, my phone's just slow in here.
Samesies.
Samesies.
My
Oh my
phone's-
god, twinsies.
But anyways, did you ever feel? It's different for Declan, not to be a dick, but did you ever feel like
not to be a dick, but I'm
Little Mermaid stuff? You know, like we need to have Mexican representation, and you needed to see a brown. She's black, but I'm talking about him and me. Do we need to see that to feel? I connected with whoever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
You connected with a dirty Canadian.
Yeah, Wolverine, baby. I connected with anyone. I didn't really need the skin, but I feel bad because there's been videos going around of a bunch of little black girls watching it, and they're like, she looks like me, and she's got dreads like me, and it's sweet though to see these little girls like happy, and
that's heart-wrenching for me.
Now, aren't they making a movie called The Woman King?
Oh yeah, somebody posted that.
Ryan,
that movie actually looks interesting to me.
Ryan was saying.
I told him what I was going to bring up today. That shit's dope.
I told Ryan what I was going to bring up today, and he's like, I kind of wanted you here for Little Mermaid talk because you're a fucking black guy, and you can help me out here about your perspective. And he's like, oh, don't worry. I'm going to talk about the Woman King, I think. He's like, it'll come up again. And
is he going to hate on the...
No, he's just saying he's going to... I don't know. He just said, I'm going to talk about the Woman King, so I assume that Little Mermaid's going to come up when I talk about it. But I don't feel like I ever needed that representation to feel myself.
Yeah,
it's about the story. I really don't.
I know, but I'm just asking another Hispanic man.
For me, it's about the story. It really doesn't matter what color you are.
Do you feel like Pauly Shore really represented you when you were younger? Pauly Shore's character really represented you?
In what?
I'm joking.
Oh, I was gonna say in what? I mean,
we're talking about something serious. I need to know.
Pauly Shore is serious. That's serious business, man. You don't fuck around with Pauly Shore. He's a
dope ass dude. He's really dope.
Is he?
He's dope, and he's kind of had a
fucked up.
Probably, but far as I know, he's
child or something.
Jesus Christ, using the R word again.
You gotta censor that out.
Nope. No,
Declan's
an asshole because Declan says I
hate all different.
Oh, a white man getting sued, you're good.
No, that's not how that works.
But yeah, it's not like Nacho Libre came out. I was like, finally.
That's a bad example.
I know because it's a white guy playing a Mexican. But was there an uproar? No.
Yeah, same with what RDJ and Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, but that's on purpose.
That was so crazy. But yeah, it was all in like.
And he got like the okay from like everybody to do it.
But I still think it's a good movie.
It's RDJ.
It is a good movie.
It's RDJ, so you kind of let it slide. Anyone else, people would have been probably upset a little bit.
The whole joke is he's the worst. He's a method actor, which are usually the worst people ever.
And he goes so deep. He changes his pigments.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
But yeah, I just felt like I never really needed that. Then I watch these videos and I kind of feel bad. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because you're different. You're not a little fucking girl.
These little girls need that. But my son doesn't need that either, though.
Yeah, but your son is a gremlin.
They probably grow up in a different environment.
Your son's got maximum goblin energy,
D&D,
bro.
he's a goblin.
Your son's got goblin energy, bro.
He does.
I don't know. That probably falls under like feeling oppressed and all that.
But that means your parents would have to push that in you.
Do you want to?
I get what?
Do you want to
feel oppressed?
Yeah.
I never will.
You never will want to, or you never will?
I never will feel oppressed. I'm sorry.
What does that mean? Explain.
Go ahead, please.
That you will never feel oppressed? You don't think that at any point in your life that's something?
Give an example what could happen.
Anything.
Just so I understand.
Yeah, please.
Because I don't understand. I'm lost.
Like being arrested.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So,
for any reason, is quite oppressive.
Well, here's the thing.
Being told what to do is quite oppressive.
Well, here's the thing.
Being unfairly treated
you go and get a job, and you have to do things you're being told, right?
Yes, and sometimes those things are told by bad people. Not everybody's job is 100% wonderful. You may have a job in life where you work with somebody who is genuinely oppressive. Somebody who controls a significant amount of your life because it might be tied to that job and functioning, right? You, just to say like, oh, I'll never feel oppressed is a feeling that not everybody can feel, because I can feel oppressed. I'm a white man, but I can feel oppressed about a bunch of things. Everybody can feel oppressed. The government at one point could just snap his finger and say unilaterally across the board, none of you have freedom of speech.
I think
then we'd all be oppressed, right?
I think that's a state of mind that you would allow yourself to feel oppressed. Going back to being arrested, am I doing a crime? Am I being wrongfully arrested?
If you're being wrongfully arrested, you're being oppressed.
I actually got...
I'm not talking about the state of mind, this esoteric concept of oppression. I'm talking about like literal factual oppression. This is not stuff we can argue about.
What
the meaning of it is, right?
I felt it before by
objectively
getting pulled over sometimes.
Objectively,
like
there are oppressive forces. This could even be physically oppressive. I could put a block on you. That's oppressive. If I put a giant, heavy thing on you, I'm not taught. I hate when people are like victimhood's a mindset. It's like, yes, being a constant victim is a mindset. Being constantly complaining about stuff, oh, I'm pressed by this when you're not, is one thing. But there are genuine oppression out there. There are people that are actually being oppressed that don't get that choice to not be oppressed.
Now, is that just a race thing?
No, there's people in Africa that are getting oppressed by warlords, right?
I'm saying, could it be gender, sexes?
Sure, it could be everything.
And there are forces within different organizations in our society that exude oppressive forces on different groups of people in different capacities, right? It's like women may be equal in XYZ portion of our society, but there may be a specific sector where they are oppressed. But everybody feels oppression at some level. Some people may feel greater or less than other people, but when you're complaining about things that are genuine, you're doing things that are genuinely oppressive, not just saying I'm poor, I'm oppressed. That's not oppression. But being poor because you have all these other environmental factors, like being poor because you literally live in the poorest district in the world, you didn't have any parents growing up, you didn't grow up in any home, you were not built up with any of that system, and you're like 17, you have a reason to be poor because you could have other obligations. It's like, even if you work as a 17-year-old, you're not going to make enough money to keep yourself afloat. Even if you work, you may still be poor, and you're poor because you've all these other external factors you never had control of, right? Everybody's born with X, Y, and Z, the like height, who our parents are, where we're born. We just cannot control that, right? So you have to understand that there are some factors in the outcomes that are inherent. Doesn't mean that we can't or shouldn't strive to get everybody equal, and that you shouldn't be shouldn't work to get there. I'm not saying that. I'm certainly not a fucking person that's like, oh, let's hand out cash to every single fucking person. Just saying we have to recognize it, right? And that's a big part, is with this non-communication, we don't recognize that there are these real things.
I understand where you're coming from, but I hate to be like this person because I have a half brother who just wants to be in gangs, right? And is he a product of his society? I don't know, because he chooses to do that when he knows there's better things out there, right?
Sure, but not every. Like I said, he's your half brother, right?
I
don't know everything about his life.
I think
right?
everybody has a choice to either go do bad things or go do good things.
Sure, but the outcome of those good things may not be good enough.
In whose eyes?
Okay. See, if you were not given any education or resources at all, you will never ever be a CEO of a company in a realistic terminology. The average person cannot achieve that. You won't. That's just the fact of life. I'm not talking about some fucking sad oppressive force that exists that prevents people from breaking past this like poor ceiling. I'm talking about that's how the fucking wealth and resource management works. Is there will always be poor people, and some people are just stuck that way, right? Not because that they don't work hard enough, not because they don't have 5 jobs and they have kids that they're raising up and all that stuff. They just are. That's the economic status means that they will be poor, and there's nothing they can really do.
I think it comes down to work ethic, man. There's football players that have come from the poor.
Yeah, but they're
blessed
outlet,
with this.
I'll say their outlet and
this gift. Football players,
what got them out of it though was football and all.
And
they're
one in a million athletes.
Though.
Beyond being hard workers, they're like one in a million athletes.
I think it's work ethic, of course, but they could be dumb as fucking rocks though, and still get where they need to go.
But you can't not be an athlete, right? You have to be some 99% of a human athlete to even make it to that point.
Look at some of the kids that are blowing up on YouTube because they're making videos, they're just playing with toys.
Crazy.
They're just playing with toys, I think.
Yeah, but all those kids, what positions are they in? A position where their family can afford internet, camera to record on, a laptop.
Look at the Diaz brothers. Nick dropped out of high school and started fighting.
The fighters?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're one in a million athletes. They're god-tier talents, but not everybody can do that.
No. I'm not saying that you need to make it to the top to be successful. But you have choices. There's always an outlet from somewhere.
I cannot just drop everything I'm doing and become a heavyweight boxer. It's just not possible. There are plenty of things that aren't possible. It's not. It's just not. I'll never be able to make the weight class.
Okay, but
Right.
that's just one thing that you're looking at. I'm talking about there could be other possibilities for you.
Sure.
What if you're pretty good at magic, right?
That's beside the fact. These
No.
small. Yes, I'm not good enough. I'm not in the 1 millionth percentile to be this all-time pro. And
But
not even the
here's the
people
thing,
at the
dude.
top of the level. People top Magic players don't make a living.
Well, they
that
kind of
well.
stopped that. It used to be a thing.
Okay,
They
here's
don't
the
pay
thing.
out very
Here's
much.
It
the
used
thing.
to be a thing.
It used to be better. Yes.
No, it's not
That
as
goes
much.
back to worth ethic. Kobe Bryant wasn't that good, right? Look
He
at
was.
Look at his rookie year. He airballed a bunch of shots.
He's still a 1 billionth percentile athlete. You
No,
can't
you-
establish
hold
a
on.
Kobe mentality to every aspect of your life.
You can.
You can't.
You have to work for it.
Besides him working for it, that's important. But the Kobe mentality is beyond that point. It's getting victories in every capacity possible. It's basically treating anything and anybody around you as a tool and a thing. This mentality people talk about is not a healthy mentality. It's not.
It is obsessive. I realize that.
It's
but
not all about the hard work you put into something. Because yes, Kobe's up at like fucking 4 or 5 in the morning playing, but not everybody can even achieve that level of work. That is obsessive. That is beyond. That's anal. Not everybody can do that. Some people are born with that analness in them. Right?
I get that, but what I'm trying to say is you got to work for it. Not every athlete is the best out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You might be genetically better than me or whatever.
Well, look at LeBron. He got worse over there.
See what I'm saying? I mean,
I think.
He hasn't.
That's age.
Statistically, he hasn't. Statistically,
But
he's only gotten better over the years.
to me, well, that's the thing. Is
Well, because
is
the more
he
you're
doing
playing,
his?
the more numbers you're gonna get.
Is he doing
He's
as
also a
much?
genius when it comes to the game of basketball. So is Kobe. So are most of these guys. They're geniuses when it comes to
Okay,
this thing.
but that right there is just like a very radical example. Like,
But that's the problem with the sports example is all these people are radical fringe cases. When we're talking about like people in the middle section, you're not going to go from being poor to being a millionaire easily without being extremely lucky beyond hard work.
and you don't need to be that.
I
is
know.
what I'm saying. What I'm trying to get at is you don't have to have millions to be successful, right? You could be learning something. You could be starting to read a book at the age of 16 or whatever.
Sure.
It's about the choice that you want to make.
There are
So how did this all start from Little Mermaid? Little people seeing
We'll look back on the film.
representations.
I don't
Oppression.
know. Regardless,
As you said, do you think it's necessary or
you
does it
brought up
stand out?
did you ever feel oppressed? You asked him, did he ever feel oppressed? He said,
I never said
he
that
says, I
word.
never will feel
That's
oppressed.
too smart of a word for me.
He said, I never will feel oppressed. And
But I
said,
just was
that's not
saying-
something
possible.
about representation with
But it's not about these like
without taxation?
I'm not talking about oppression in these like niche cases of seeing representation. I'm talking about literal physical oppression. These are things like the people have literally black people have literally gone to jail for just being black. This is the thing. You know, they've been racially profiled. They've been caught up on lines of just here's this what is it called? What do they have in the front of the fucking stuff? I want it that way. The Brooklyn Nine-Nine thing. What is it called? They have them lined up in the
Yeah.
a lineup. I
A
guess
lineup,
a
yeah.
lineup. And they've been picked out of lineup, and it's just some innocent dude, right? Like these are factual, tangible things. I'm not talking about like the literal mentality stuff, the poor versus broke mentality, right? You're not poor. You're broke. You're broke because you can come back from being broke. Poor is a mentality. It's an existence, right? But there
Dave
will
Chappelle.
always be poor people, and even if they work as hard as they possibly could, there will always be a group of people that'll just be poor, right? And it's not even about getting yourself out of poverty. What's more important is getting your children into a position, or your offspring, or whatever, if you're going to have that, into a position where they can prosper. That's not the important. The important part isn't you. So if somebody's poor and they're working 5 jobs because they got to keep 5 children afloat, but they're still getting those children to school, they're trying their hardest, but they're still going to be poor most likely for the rest of their life, unless either one of those kids work out or they win the lottery. But they might be stuck in a tiny house all by themselves for like the rest of their life. And there's nothing they can do about it. They worked 5 jobs. They worked literally as hard as they can. They're not an inventor. They're not a person who's going to be able to discover something. They're not going to have the aptitude of being a scientist or an engineer or have the athleticism to be anything. These fringe cases of people going from rags to riches is a percentage of hard work, a percentage of inborn genetic talent and a percentage of how they were raised. And steel sharpens steel. So people like that grew up in the streets that become either great rappers or great basketball players, they may have grown up hard and that has sharpened their steel, but they had to have been born with the mentality where that would be the case.
But see, I think with rappers, though, they can't be born with that mentality. Some may just had a hard work ethic, or
are you telling
someone
me that, like,
older than them pushing them?
So
I feel like
how many rappers realistically have been huge in your mind, I'm talking about nowadays, that haven't gone through something, that haven't lived a hard life or been through extreme
Not nowadays,
struggle?
you're saying, right?
Yes. I'm talking about, like, even your boy Eminem, right? It's
Right,
like
I mean,
everybody's...
I think
but that's what
but I think a lot of people go through struggles.
But with art, that's a struggling artist.
Right.
Art is more powerful when it's real, right? And
It doesn't mean it'll make you a good rapper, though.
I don't know.
It helps. It's like I said, these are all percentage based, right? Like you can.
I mean, do you think someone like Logic, he's a really good rapper, but do you think he's been through like shit?
he has.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, motherfucker.
He's
No,
half.
he has, though.
He's mixed. I have no idea what a mixed struggle like is.
I
like.
have no idea what that has to do with anything.
Well, apparently it's like this big.
White
It
guys
was-
over here got it
It was
easy.
something that he always said, and
I don't know. I'm not in his fucking head. Is what I'm trying to say.
Joyner Lucas is like, why do you say that on all your songs? But I mean,
Because it could be real for him. You don't know. We all have different. He literally could be experiencing pressure from his black side of the family about looking more like the white side of his family, right? He could be. We just wouldn't know all this shit, right? And these could be real oppressive forces because family can exert a real oppressive force on you. Because ostracization from like your family structure is pretty crippling to most normal people, right? Like unless you're a sociopath who just doesn't give a fuck, which is not everybody, and certainly not most people.
see, and that's where, for me, like, I grew up out here. In
Don't
Roseville.
lie, because I know you're live.
Well, I grew up out here in Roseville, right? There's mainly white people, and I got made fun of, racist jokes, but I didn't let that affect me.
Yeah, you're not built like everybody.
And I understand that, but to me, it's, do you want to feel oppressed? And I understand, like, there's cases where you get arrested because of racial profiling, and like I was saying earlier, I was walking down Kirby one day, and because I looked like the dude that they were looking for, they pulled me over and were questioning me, and I get it, but I cooperated and everything was good.
Yeah, but wouldn't you just like to not deal with that?
It happens.
It doesn't. It doesn't happen to me. It doesn't happen
hasn't
to a
happened.
whole huge portion of our population.
No, I'm just saying it does happen. And what are you going to do? Are you going to sit there and be sour about it, or are you just going to...
I'm not telling you to fucking scream at the cops, but I'm saying it's not fair. There are these factors in life.
Life isn't fair.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
So,
point.
I mean...
But it's not about like I'm not like I said, I'm not trying to give handouts or tell people not to work or all this shit. That's very fucking clear. People should fucking work hard. It's just crazy that people go around and say that there are everybody is born equally. Everybody can get to the same from where they are to the same location with the same amount of ease and the same amount of effort as long as they work. And that's not always true. It's just not. I could pray every day. I could work. I could practice coding and things, but I could never design an AI. I just may never have the capacity in it, right? Because there are people that can see those great people, those people that like will go, like I say, will go from this, what we're talking about is from like rags to riches, or going from oppression to non-oppression, are these very skilled in one.
Well, that's what
people,
I worry about myself for things that I feel like I'm decent at, and I start working hard at it, and then I start thinking maybe I'm just not meant to do this. It'd be like maybe me playing basketball. Let's say that I'm not. That's
yeah,
not.
but to Adam's point,
But if I
you
keep
never know
practicing,
if you don't try, right?
yeah. But if
I'm
I
not saying
keep
people
practicing,
don't
I'm never
try.
going to be LeBron James. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But my thing is like, there's certain things you kind of just like, man, am I going to be this? Am I going to be able to be that?
You have to be born with a select amount of factors in the right environment to produce certain things. That's just
Again,
like wanting, just real quick, wanting to write and all that. Like, this is me at 16, and my dad would be like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do for your life? And this, I'm like, I want to write.
What do you want to do with your life?
I don't want your life. And he's like,
I want to rock.
He's like, Kevin Smith's not going to come to your door.
I was just going to talk about him. Go ahead.
He was like, Kevin Smith's just not going to come knock on your door and say, hey, Ernie, do you want to start writing with me? And it really pissed me off because I didn't think that, but then it just made me realize how much harder it is. And this was before YouTube, before all this shit. I was late to the party, basically, because I should have been in YouTube and all that a long time ago. So now making these videos, we're getting 15 fucking views, you know. And what happens? I'm up all night. I'm editing these. I'm doing different things. Try to do challenge shit. And look at you're busting your ass for what? 15 views?
That's not oppression.
So for me,
no, I'm talking just about work.
That's more
work
ethic.
Okay,
And all that.
that's more suppression.
for me, it's you got to work at it. Don't compare yourself to someone who's extremely successful, right? You're not going to go play basketball thinking you're going to be Michael Jordan or whoever it is that you might look up to. I'm not going to be Mike Trout, right? You're going to be the best that you can be. And regardless if you're making millions doing that or if you have a nice life.
But not even everybody's going to be able to make $100,000 from a life or 50,000. There will be people that
I feel like you got to work for it. They're
well,
like
even in America, we live in a very privileged position that we're even having this conversation right now because this is fact in most of the world. This oppression is a thing. It exists. Like it's unavoidable, right? And we can obviously sit here and talk about it, but like when we're talking about oppressive forces, there are deep-rooted forces in America.
Every time you say
exist.
force, I think of Rage Against the Machine, by the way, but good.
But it's self-evident that humans will find ways to oppress each other for pretty much any fucking reason. It's not this like got to strive out of oppression, because usually the people that strive out of oppression end up oppressing a large majority of people. If we're talking about power dynamics and how capitalism works, and I'm not saying capitalism is wrong. I love the shit out of it. Thank God it exists. It's the greatest system to ever exist ever. But it literally involves a prey-predator mentality, and a prey-predator mentality. Someone's getting oppressed. Someone's getting preyed on, right?
And I think go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's people that'll take 2008 for an example. There are people that took loans out to go buy houses. They didn't know the loans were predatory. They didn't know that the whole economy was going to collapse because they took out these loans.
It was a trap.
They got all their houses torn away from them, and the banks got bailed out, right? But these people are still fucked. They're still basically in debt. They don't have anywhere to live. They've been fucked financially forever. Like there are people that had money stowed away that have been just like hardworking people that just had all their money either taken by investors, just somebody swindling the money from them, or through a giant loss of investment like this. There's nothing they can do. But the people who own all the big properties
something to say
won't run.
so we can move on, because we're getting to too many serious things.
Why, giving you a headache, Ernie?
For me,
it's too. I don't talk serious shit.
For me, it's.
But I mean, it bounced into something. But
Do you want to stay where you're at? See, so like, I worked EVS in a hospital, which is janitorial, but I have my foot in the door.
But there was a chalkboard with a division problem.
So he walked in like
Google
John,
hunting.
like I was gonna say John. I was gonna say Beautiful Mind, but
No, but from there, I talked to nurses, CNAs, which I would never want to be a CNA. I'm sorry, or a nurse, to be honest with
What's
you.
CNA?
Certified nursing assistant, which really they get the shit work where they.
It's like what Crystal does. My wife does, I believe.
Is she CNA?
She's a nurse.
She's
assistant.
a medical assistant.
She does all the nurses' work.
Yeah, it's a really hard job. Kudos to them, but I mean, from there, I was going to be a telemonitor, right? And I just think you can either stay where you're at, where you're comfortable, or you can try and branch off. Again, you don't need to make millions to be this person.
Yep.
You can have $20 an hour job or whatever and start working from there. Now I'm going to school and I got to find another job to support myself, but I got out of my comfort zone, right? I guess you could say I felt like I was being oppressed. I don't know. People were getting promoted around me, and my work was more behind the scenes.
yeah,
I was helping customers. I wasn't kissing ass to the
exactly.
the manager. So I got out of there. I didn't like where I was. So
Sure.
But that's the whole thing. I think.
Not
Some
everybody's
people don't.
but not everybody's able to take
don't got that drive.
Yeah, and not everybody's able to take that opportunity, right? Because like I know you have a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
But does your kid stay with you most of the time?
no, just weekends and some days.
So like say if it's like your baby mama, right? If she's like, am I allowed to? Can I say it like that?
Yeah.
Is that
Okay.
okay.
It was just funny.
Is it? It's not wrong, right?
You can say the mother of your child.
The mother of your
That's what I
child.
say. But I don't want to offend anybody.
She say she's doing everything you're doing, right? But she may have to take care of this kid 5 days out of the week. And even if she's getting some money from the state, some money from you, it may not be enough to even cover some of that kid's expenses. So if she quits, she's just dead in 1 week.
No, what she did was she went and got a job.
I'm not saying she can't get a job, but
No. I'm telling you what happened was.
But if she's working like, and like I said, I'm not talking about her specifically. I'm talking about somebody in her example, right? Mm-hmm. A single mother who, like, somebody in Crystal's example. If Crystal quit her job, and she was out of a job for like a month, you guys being serious shit, right?
Yeah. Thanks for airing out my shit, but yeah.
You can get rid of them.
I don't care.
But if she quits her job, he's screwed, right? They're as a family unit, they're screwed, right? Mm-hmm. And like, take Ernie for another example. Ernie's got like inbuilt, like these aren't like, I'm not talking about depression. I'm not talking about ADD. I'm talking about OCD. This is an actual witnessable anxiety that I can witness upon him. That's like easily triggerable. Like I could do it right now if I wanted to. Mm-hmm. That's an actual biological disability. This guy is going to have actual issues getting actual real jobs. Like what do you say to somebody who maybe a Down syndrome person that doesn't have a parental structure to take care of them, right? Not every there will be people, of course, there'll be outliers that'll eventually, like I've seen the clip of the guy who owns his own McDonald's franchise. It's like, of course, that's awesome, amazing. Not everybody's either has that developmental part of their brain or has that capacity, right? Some people are just like so fucked up that there's just nothing they can do, or they have been traumatized beyond any understanding you or any could ever understand. People who've watched their family members be killed, raped, all these horrible things happen right in front of their eyes, or have things happen to them that like are oppressive factors that we are never going to fully understand the context of, right? And as much as you want to say don't have that victim mentality, sure, don't try to strive for whoever the best you are, but those kinds of scars don't heal and don't go away fully ever. Almost all therapists will tell you that, like, all you can do is cope. All you can do is have strategies to get yourself okay. But people who've experienced real trauma are stuck with that for the rest of their lives, and they don't usually have choice in that, and that's not fair to them, right? And that's a thing that could easily stunt their development or their drive to do anything or their existence, right? Or crush people. So it's just hard. It's hard to say, like,
with that being said,
I'm literally doing closing statement.
Jeez.
I'm literally doing closing statement.
This is why we have 14 viewers. Where's the funny and comedy at? We're bringing people down.
We were never funny.
I was funny.
You're never funny.
That was funny.
We were literally never funny. If we were funny, we'd have more than 15 likes. Ernie, I will get over there and I'll start flickering those lights.
Marketing thanks Camille.
Huh?
No, we
Sorry, I was just calling out Camille.
It doesn't matter. She's not ever going to see this. They don't fucking care about us anymore.
They don't care about us.
Fuck you, Lucas and Camille. You guys are pieces of shit.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I don't think
because then all of a sudden here goes the mics and the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care.
But no,
cool. I get my Sundays back.
I don't think that about them. But go ahead, carry on with your.
No, it doesn't matter anymore.
What's our next?
Well, anyway,
just be understanding and care for each other. Golden
say,
rule, bitches.
What do you think about? I'm not gonna talk about She-Hulk episodes right now, but people are hella pissed off right now. Like, it's a women's show. It's ruined the MCU.
And you don't want me to rant again?
Yeah, I want you to rant because this is something pop culture. Iron Man died for this has been the biggest meme.
Can I ask a question? So how far are we gonna go into this? You said you don't want to talk about the episodes, or you just want to...
I don't want to talk about so much. You could bring up things in the episodes.
Ernie just wants to hate women.
I don't want...
That's like his biggest thing is he hates black people and women, especially
He-Man Women Haters Club.
That's what we have right now, basically. Is
sparkles around it. I don't know if you're that
people
good.
that are like that. That's with the Little Mermaid and She-Hulk, I feel like. That's why I worked those in together. I was trying to today. Yeah, you could get into it, whatever. I'm just not going to recap episodes like we normally do and talk about the episodes. I'm just talking about people are like, Iron Man died for this, like he was fucking Jesus, first of all. Okay. And this is what we get out of it.
Go first.
Huh?
I'll let Declan go first.
You guys could just say whatever the fuck you want.
Well, I'll let him go first. Go ahead.
No, there you go.
Let's see.
And I know you're kind of lost on it. You told me like you're not feeling it really.
I'm not saying it's a bad show.
Hard.
I'm not saying it's a bad show. I'm
not saying I hate women, but
I dislike them.
I'm not a big fan.
No, that twerking scene at the end was
It's not canon.
It's just weird.
We talked about it last
It doesn't have to be canon. These are literally like
let's say it is
stingers.
canon. I think it is canon.
It doesn't matter. These are like end stingers. They don't
It's just
fucking
funny.
matter. It doesn't matter.
If you read
It's
sensational
not-
She-Hulk,
By the way,
she's so
it's not funny. It's
Yeah,
not.
I didn't
It's
find that
really
funny.
cringeworthy and really stupid.
I wouldn't say stupid, but it just was like, what is this?
But
Why do we need this?
It's not in the. I don't. It doesn't matter to me because it wasn't in the show. I didn't have to watch it while she was doing. He wasn't in court twerking. It was just an after credit thing. I was like, oh, look at this funny thing. They have Megan Thee Stallion on set. Of course, they're going to do something twerking She-Hulk because I got her.
Besides
the
that,
costume.
you were upset about the last episode.
They
too.
were like most of the guys in the shows are like stupid. Like they're really. I wish I had time to rehearse this. They're just like.
Is he making some sort of speech
I
now?
don't know. We don't.
No,
we don't.
you
we
talking
don't-
to your
I'm
own
trying
self?
to get my point across.
We
and I-
don't. We don't rehearse.
Well, just better. What was that?
Ernie
Better
was,
thought
he was getting his
process.
Ernie was getting his point across.
A frog.
Just better thought process on how to explain it. Like I don't know, they're just like really stupid, simple-minded. Like the lawyers that they work
I think
with.
certain people like
the
Wong,
way-
Tim Roth, they're not. But like
The way they
the
put-
guys that are trying to like take advantage of the women, yeah. I
Yeah,
think
the
I
way
see
they
that.
put the fucking dude, the first dude, he's just the worst. Like
actual character in
like-
the comic, and he's like that though.
he's the worst.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, no functioning human being that exists in office with more than like 3 women, especially a woman that's a lawyer, would ever put up with that kind of shit. It's just nowadays, you'd get one tweet, that guy'd be fucking fired, right?
Yeah.
He'd be over, his career'd be over. So that doesn't fly.
Well, I just don't get why people hate it so much as
She's a woman.
a powerful. And that's the thing is, it's been people hate Captain Marvel. People hate.
But the
Miss
problem
Marvel.
with all this fucking shit is I can't just hate those things.
I thought they hated Captain
everybody-
Marvel because she said some shit.
I hate Captain Marvel because it's a bad fucking movie.
I love Captain.
It's a bad fucking movie. It's really fucking boring.
Damn, you guys like can watch a movie and really dig deep into it. I thought it was an okay movie.
Why does Samuel L. Jackson run like a fucking 83-year-old man?
That's not gonna make
'cause
me not like a movie.
It throws me out of the movie. Plus, Brie Larson's a fucking plank of wood.
She's
Jude Law
her body?
Jude Law sucked. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't watch a fucking movie just to look at some tits, bro. I watch a
well.
movie
You just
for the
said she's a
fucking plot.
plank of a.
I mean, like, as a personality.
You didn't say that.
That's what I meant. So people say when you're a plank of wood, they don't mean you're physically
Usually
a plank
you're
of wood.
stick in the mud or something like that.
No, fuck you.
But
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I at least would be on the okay side, like you're at. It's a decent movie. I like it. It's comparable to me to Iron Man. Not as
Bullshit.
good. Not as good as Iron Man, but the way they tell the origin story.
No, that movie sucks.
So you just have a fucking horrible opinion.
Hey, it's not as bad.
I
as,
liked
It's not
Thor,
as bad as
Love
Eternal.
and Thunder. I don't know why I got so much hate, but I really liked it.
I like that movie too.
That also people hated
There are
it
issues
because
with the
there
movie,
was
for
a
sure.
woman Thor in it.
Also,
And they
Gore
did
was
not like
barely
it.
in the fucking movie.
Yeah, Gore not being in it was the biggest issue.
I wish it was longer. It's only 2 hours, and I think that's including credits.
No, that's fine. I'm so sick
No
of movies
way,
being
dude.
so fucking long. It kills me.
At least 2.5.
Bullet Train was a nice like clip. That movie went by a clip.
How long was that movie?
I think it was like an hour 45.
That's kind of short nowadays.
It's an action movie though.
That's another thing that I don't like about She-Hulk is
They're
like,
hella.
She's a
short.
woman.
They're hella.
No way,
short.
dude. I'd be that doctor
What
getting
doctor?
carried into the room.
Oh yeah.
I don't. He's kind of a fucking asshole, right?
Who?
Did we talk about
Oh, yeah, he was.
No,
kind
he
of
knows
a
what he
dick.
wants.
No,
but
that guy's
but hey,
innocent.
when a woman does
Hey,
it,
hey, what color's your Bugatti?
oh god, is that Andrew Tate? It is.
There's only one real answer to that question.
Do you know the real answer?
I don't got.
I think you
one.
did it last time too.
Which one
Which one is your?
is the
Here's the
correct
thing.
answer?
He's probably got a Veyron Super Sport, which
Hey,
is
you know what?
which
I'll
is
say
in the
it.
past. We'll have the chair on. Or
I can
whatever.
kick Andrew Tate's ass.
Let's get it, guys. You heard it here first.
Right after Jake Paul.
I think he has a little wiener. That's what I think. Show it to me. Prove it. Prove it.
Dude, that's the best interview question ever. If I was on a show with Andrew Tate, I would be like, "So rumor has it, I've heard a baby have a small penis." He's like, "No, in fact, I have a very large penis." Like,
Prove it.
prove it.
You're a homosexual. Maybe I am. Go ahead and show me.
I don't like.
Why'd you say homosexual? It's weird when you say that. It's so sciencey.
Because I feel like that's how he would talk.
It's like talking about a different like species of human. It's like, oh, the homosexual. Don't put the in front of anything. Never put the in front of anything.
I kind of feel like I'm more excited for.
Except for the white man. That's cool.
She-Hulk, the cameos. I don't know why. Like,
well, they said what She-Hulk is going to do is connect a lot of the MCU.
It clearly
and
is
it
not.
did already a lot with Wong.
It just had him in it.
He connected with a lot of different things. That bitch, Amanda, whatever the fuck her name is, with whatever, she went to hell.
Who?
She probably met Mephisto.
No, she didn't.
I seen that the other day.
They can't have Mephisto.
Why?
Because China won't allow it.
They just won't play those on.
No.
We're gonna get Mephisto. I've heard that we're good.
We're gonna get Mephisto.
Madison, that's her name, with a Y.
Madison.
But now where you
No,
think it is?
Wongy.
Wongy.
They're watching it.
People think it's a female show. It's meant for females.
Don't say females either.
That's what
Just say
they
women.
said. Women. Women's show.
It's meant for females.
Mike.
You know,
What
that's
color's
where
your female? Which one?
That's
Every time I
good.
wake up with two bitches in my arm, tell one of them, make me 2 cappuccinos. She's like, why? She's like, why do I make you 2 cappuccinos? You don't drink one of them because I can.
That's
I can't remember the actual story, but he
But
does that. He has a girl who brings him
people
2 cappuccinos.
really do think, and I can see it's strong for women, but a lot of women I know like it and watch it. My mom actually watches it.
Whoa,
It's crazy.
your mom.
Dude, she's like, I watched Doctor Strange. I was so
watches
lost.
Doctor Strange.
Your mom.
My mom.
Did She-Hulk mention anything about a New Mutant?
No.
I seen an article, but I didn't get to read it, and they were like,
Don't read those articles.
Oh, there's
Those are all
there's the
clickbait.
one about Wolverine's
I got it.
claws. Is that what you're talking about?
No, it was Scott Summers. It showed a picture of it, and I didn't get to read it.
There's the shoes that the guy shows his collection and the art during the credits.
Did you see the Johnny sleeves?
No.
There were Johnny sleeves on sale on MTG Arena. That's him with Cable's armor on.
What?
Yeah, you missed it.
I went and bought them.
They're sick though. I want to let you know because I was like, you should keep your eye on see if they make these real because I think you'd love the shit out of them. They look sick. They got like because
He's
now
got the one glowing eye.
and now there's Phyrexia and he's also got a little bit of metal under one arm, so it looks like he's got like
That's
the
dope.
metal cable on him. It's sick. And yes, he's holding a gun. I don't know if he's holding a gun necessarily, but he's doing that like pose.
That's dope. During the credits, they kind of tell the rest of the episode, and they show the dude's shoe collection.
Mm-hmm.
And there was Cyclops shoes. There's Deadpool shoes. There's like all
Yeah,
kinds
but those are
of
supposed
shoes.
to be bootleg, right?
So
No, he's a big shoe collector.
I watched it right before I had to go to sleep, so I just watched it real quick.
Well, I don't even watch the credits. Someone pointed it out, and I was like, "Oh, these
Oh.
do tell the story a little bit."
Oh,
No stinger at the end of that one. Was that your stingers?
no, it's the
Is that the big green?
that's the end.
Daredevil. I like that.
Oh.
There's gonna be a reason why it's yellow.
It's yellow.
Like the guy's gonna be
I
like,
was like, oh
It's
shit,
actually-
it's finally yellow.
so I'm gonna
Right, because
be
it was never yellow in the original show.
I
right?
really wish
he went
they
from the
would've-
black. He went from the.
Black
Miller?
mask.
Mark
yeah.
Miller?
Yep.
That's the guy who does Dark Knight Returns, right?
Yep.
The Batman one.
Yep.
Yeah. Because I remember that art style. It was very like blocky.
Yeah.
But I like that original design for him. where
It
he's
was
like-
just a black ninja suit.
And he's like just in like a Hanes sweater and a Hanes sweats, and he's just like running around with like a shirt tied to his head.
Yep, just whooping ass. Yeah, they never went to the yellow and red, which is a weird combo they did.
I like that. It's weird because he's got the red glasses on the yellow head.
But it looks like it's gonna be cool. But at least they're gonna have a reason why I think he's those colors. Like the guy thought it was better or something.
They should have had Edna Mode or someone that looked like her as the superhero.
They own Edna.
No
Mode.
capes.
All right. Well, I was hoping we'd get more into She-Hulk. What you guys thought about that, but I'm not gonna keep us on here all day because you guys had a huge serial conversation.
No,
But-
let's get into it.
No,
I
it's
got
fine. We
nothing.
already got into it. Everyone kind of
I
said
got
what they
time.
said about.
Ernie's got HeroClix teams to build. Clearly,
I don't know why that's up. Mine's already built. I already took pictures of it and everything.
nice.
I got my pirate team ready to go now.
What color is your Bugatti? What color is your Batmobile?
The ones I crashed. But yeah, no, my whole thing is the whole She-Hulk thing. I just think people can't enjoy things anymore without
the one
complaining.
with or without a dead body in it. Sorry, I'm still thinking about the Bugatti thing.
Same thing with Ariel. People are just like, just stop complaining. If you don't like it, don't watch it. But
No.
I think that's the problem with the internet is everybody's opinion is right there at your fingertips. Like,
oh
think
yeah, and I
about-
see it all the time, and that's my fault. I shouldn't be on there.
Go back into the 90s, you really couldn't.
Can't even get on there.
Everything was so much better than 90s, man.
It was so good.
No, it wasn't. It was awful.
That was so good.
No, it wasn't.
It was a lot more simpler.
No.
Disney Afternoon, TGIF.
Adam, it was a lot simpler. It doesn't have to be more simpler.
No, it was more simpler.
No, it's just simpler.
That's my.
It doesn't
slang.
get any. No. That's
that
your
Ryan?
slang.
Ryan,
Hey, Rai, what's up?
You're on with Best There Is.
are you there?
Are you there? I want to talk to you about black people.
Yeah, are you there?
That was racist.
It's true.
We're doing the podcast right now. I was going to ask you about what you
You're the
thought
one wearing
about
a
Little Mermaid.
Black appropriation jackets.
I like the color black.
Dude, don't. Oh my god.
Say it again.
Are you asking me right now?
Yeah, I have you on the microphone.
Oh, I don't see any problem with it.
But as a
Wow, thanks
as-
for bringing it
as
on
a
the
black
fucking show.
as a black person, do you feel like you need representation?
You should video chat him and then
Oh,
cut
of
it in there.
course.
Huh?
Everyone does.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing is I feel like
Poggers.
me and Adam were talking about like
I
we didn't
can't
have
been
Mexican
cucked to the left, bro.
representation, and
Yeah, now we have Encanto. We have the movie.
but we don't need it. Do
The
we
dog.
need it? Do we need it?
Maybe you don't, but what about kids?
My kid doesn't need it.
How do you know?
watch the-
Say-
kids watching.
Yeah, I brought that up where I go, I feel bad because these kids are so excited about it. But I feel like they should already have their own, like, whoever is their hero shouldn't matter about the color of them. They should just, But I know they go, he looks like me and this and that. And I feel bad because I don't want to take that from them.
Growing up, and
You like the Black Ranger because his suit was black.
I liked all the black characters.
Because he can relate with the black
So-
characters.
Why would it not matter?
Yeah, idiot.
I don't know. I just feel a little.
It just makes sense that it'd be a.
You sound like a white man.
Mermaid would be black, anyways.
Why would a mermaid be black? Now let's talk about
The slave
this.
trade, people throwing slaves off the the boats.
So they turn
as
into
cross
mermaids?
over the Atlantic and then turning into mermaids.
How did they turn into mermaids?
Magic.
Why would that like create a whole society of people that would still exist during the time
Mere
of slavery,
folk.
right? Because
Who knows? Magic.
I feel like biology would dictate that they would have to be pale, like
Someone was bitching about it.
like
said
blue, like
Lack of the sun.
like the
she should be
Namor
translucent. Some guy was saying.
See through.
with like glowing structures in her, like she's an angler.
That could be possible.
What about
I mean, in the movie, they already have. You can look at the casting. There's an Asian mermaid and there's a 2 white mermaids.
Okay, whoa! An Asian mermaid? That's too far.
the white guy?
Not in my America, goddammit.
Hold on. Let me hear Ryan. Ryan's got
No, he
good
doesn't.
points.
He just said that there's other representation.
Well, I didn't hear everything because he was like, "Wow."
You know, even in the original movie, all Ariel's sisters they all look different.
Yeah,
They're
King
not
Neptune's
all
getting
redheaded.
around, bro.
Mm-hmm.
White.
Well, what about was it Melissa McCarthy's going to be Ursula?
That makes sense.
People were like, it should have been Queen Latifah who did the live one,
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I can get mine that.
but
But
or
then
someone said Lizzo. Well, now you're just picking fat black
People
people.
wanted to.
Jesus. I also said that people are hating on She-Hulk, just saying it's a women's show. Did you care about that at all?
wait, it's not on Discovery Plus though.
What?
Isn't Discovery for women?
Oh yeah, that's right.
We don't talk about that. now NBC is looking to buy Discovery
Oh my-
and Warner Brothers.
Oh
and
my
all
god!
All right.
Comcast is
Is
looking to merge them all.
Is
by
it-
he gonna go over the Women King?
Yes.
Yeah, what's your opinion on the Women
It's
King?
not over.
Oh no, we're gonna wait on the Women King.
No, I want to hear it.
Did you just watch it recently?
Yeah, I watched it yesterday.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it represent black people?
Yeah, can I go see it?
represents a tribe within Africa.
Yeah, Ernie, you fucking racist.
There's a lot of controversy of the movie right now because they were also part of the slave trade.
Mm.
So they were also.
Is it entertaining? It looked like a boring movie to me. No offense.
It made me want to watch Black Panther
Immediately.
like a million times more. Like I can't wait for Black Panther 2 now.
Yeah, see? Some
But
people
where
like
is
their
it on?
representation.
It's in theaters.
Oh, you went to the theaters to go watch it?
Yeah.
God bless you for putting
Someone's
money
got to
back.
support the industry, right?
Put money back in the economy.
I'll go see it.
All right. Well, I'll let you go. I just wanted you to chime in about Little Mermaid.
And Kiki Palmer should be rogue.
Kiki Palmer should not be rogue. I'm sorry, and that's
Kiki
not a race
Palmer
thing.
should be rogue.
No, she shouldn't.
Everyone.
She
can't-
has
Does she
the
do-
chops and she has the attitude of rogue.
Has she done the accent?
That's all you need. She could do a.
I mean, I'm sorry. Rogue's accent is pretty
She's done it before.
southern.
Thick.
It's southern.
Also, rogues.
Kiki Palmer's not
Thick.
thick.
Kiki Palmer's a great actress. I loved her in No.
they don't
She's really
have
good in No. Like, really
Rogue is
good.
black, then Gambit should be black. Since
You're trying to make all the X-Men black.
Why
dude.
not just put Forge in there?
Forge is Native American.
Forge
Is he Native
is
American?
Native American. You can't.
Oh, Bishop. There we go.
Bishop is.
But what if they made Magneto,
Australian.
Denzel Washington, and Carlo Esposito
Because I would hate that.
as Professor X? We're gonna have all black X-Men though.
It's fine.
See, Ryan's okay. I'm getting represented.
You got all of them, and then Wolverine could be your Canadian.
You have a whole fucking nation. Get out of here.
Storm,
Give gay people something, Ryan. Christ.
Blacksmith,
You can throw North Star in there.
North Star is a gay guy.
Is North Star?
How would you feel?
I thought North Star was a girl.
No.
How would you
think
feel?
of
Polaris
North Star?
is a
Aurora
girl.
is his twin sister.
I thought Polaris. Who are we talking about?
Polaris is Magneto's daughter.
Whose daughter?
He just said Polaris was Magneto's.
I know, but who is North Star and Aurora's father?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if they ever.
Do they have similar
He wants
powers, by the
Blacksmith.
way?
He said, "Do they have same powers?"
Or similar?
I don't think so.
How does
I think she shoots
genetics
beams and
work?
North Star is really fast.
How does mutant genetics fucking work?
We've already gone over that podcast. but anyways, all right, Ryan. Thank you for calling in.
You're welcome.
I'll see you next week on the podcast.
Yep.
All right, bye. I'll see you at D&D.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Dicks and duels.
Wish I was in D&D.
Thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. Thank you for Adam for coming in today.
Yeah, whatever.
We're gonna hopefully you'll like, subscribe, share, get more than 14 viewers.
Hopefully? No,
Yeah.
no. You gotta take it, Ernie. You motherfuckers out there better like and subscribe.
And we just got demonetized.
Oh, we
It's like
always.
this is like the end of the video. They don't fucking.
They don't get this.
The,
far.
the algorithm doesn't make it this far.
Yeah, they don't get this.
The
far.
AI does not reach it.
I watch it.
Check us out on all our
Someone
social
has
platforms: TikTok, Tamagotchi,
Real life.
Instagram, everywhere. We're there. Declan, go ahead and close it up so we could talk crap about other people afterwards off the mic. Say something stupid.
Something stupid.
That's a podcast.
That's a podcast.